Hi everyone, this is Roy Neowen, and this is the LG Gram 16 for 2021. So I reviewed the LG Gram 15 last year, and that was a really great laptop. One thing that really makes the LG laptops stand out, usually the Grams, is that they're super light. That's kind of implied in the name, and that was definitely the case with the Gram 15, and it's the case again with the Gram 16. In fact, this 16-inch laptop is lighter than the Honor MagicBook 14 that I reviewed a few weeks ago. Now, the Gram 16 is a new addition to the Gram lineup, or rather it's kind of a replacement for the Gram 15 that I reviewed last year, and there's a pretty clear reason for that. So the thing is, last year, only the LG Gram 17, which is the biggest of the lineup, had a 16 by 10 display, and there was also a WQXGA display, so that's 2560 by 1600 resolution, or QHD, but a little taller. But now LG has brought that down to the Gram 15. So by making it taller, it's now a 16-inch display, so that's why it's the LG Gram 16. And not only that, it's also now that WQXGA resolution instead of the full HD that it used to be. So it's in that aspect, it's already the best laptop I've ever used. In fact, I already had a bit of time with this laptop leading up to this video, and it's incredible. So here's the thing, that what I usually say about Full HD laptops and how that's good enough, it is because it's crisp enough, but when you have a QHD panel like this, there's just a lot more pixel density, so you can have UI elements be smaller and just a lot more fits on the screen because of that, and it's just really cool. And then the fact that it's taller also it's just a combination of factors, and it makes the display feel huge when I'm using it. It's really cool. So that's something I'm already in love with, and hopefully it doesn't ruin my experience when I go back to my main laptop after the review, but it's really great. And also there's a bunch of other cool things with this new edition. So of course now we have the latest processors from Intel, which are Tiger Lake processors based on the enhanced 10nm process. So they're way faster than last year's. And not only is the CPU itself faster, the Tiger Lake processors now come with the new Iris Xe GPU, which is a huge leap forward from the Iris Plus graphics of the Ice Lake lineup, and even more so from the Comet Lake lineup. But last year we were using Ice Lake, so that's the biggest point of comparison. But still, it's a major improvement. I've reviewed one laptop with this processor already, which is the MagicBook 14 I just mentioned, and it's great for performance. It's really good for a thin and light laptop like this. It also has 16 gigabytes of RAM. My model has 512 gigabytes of storage, but you can go further than that. And the ports here are also pretty good. So you're looking at 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, and that's a pretty big upgrade, because last year, so Thunderbolt 3 could be set up with up to 40 gigabit per second speeds. But now with the Thunderbolt 4 standard, that's just the default. So any laptop that's certified for Thunderbolt 4 is gonna have those 40 gigabit per second speeds for that port. And you have 2 of those here. One thing you might not like so much is that they're both on the same side. Might be a problem, or you might be limited to where you can use the laptop plugged into a display, depending on the position of the laptop relative to the display or an outlet. That can be a problem, but still, 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports is pretty good. You get HDMI, 2 USB Type-A ports, a micro SD card reader, and a headphone jack. There's really not much more you can ask for something this thin. It's pretty incredible to just have all this that you can take with you, and it's so light. So I think that's just an awesome device. Now, to achieve that lightness, you might think there's a compromise in durability, but that's usually not the case with the Grams. LG always touts military-grade durability with the military standard 810G durability rating. I think it's 810H now. So it's pretty durable. It should survive drops and stuff. It's usually pretty good. It does feel a little cheap in one area though, where under the laptop you can kind of press down just a little bit, not even very hard, and it seems as though there's a sheet on the outside of the laptop that just moves really easily. And there's maybe a plate underneath it that's more resistant. It might have been supposed to be glued, so you wouldn't notice it and just came loose in mine. But it's noticeable when you look for it, but when you don't, it's probably fine. And as long as the laptop is still durable, I think that's not a huge issue. You open up the laptop though, and then there's the keyboard and trackpad, and there's even more good news here as far as I can tell. So like I said, I've only had a few minutes with it, but the keyboard feels great so far. I'm trying to adjust to it. It has a Portuguese keyboard layout, which is what I usually would use, but a lot of my review units come with foreign keyboard layouts, so I'm kind of more used to those now. But aside from that, the keys feel great. I can't really speak for key travel just yet, but so far it feels really good. The big news though is on the trackpad. It's massive, so it's got also a 16:10 aspect ratio like the screen, which is interesting. And it's so big. It could be even bigger. There's kind of some more space on the keyboard deck, but it's already huge. And it comes with precision drivers, so using it for scrolling or adjusting the volume, which is something that I really like to do when I have a precision touchpad. It's great. It's just a massive touchpad, and it feels really good so far. Again, very early impressions. I have only had a few minutes with the laptop before I recorded this video. But overall, that's kind of it for this. There's no dedicated GPU, if you're wondering. This is a machine for portability, so it is a little heavier than last year's, probably on account of that bigger display. So it used to be 2.5 pounds for the Gram 15. Now the Gram 16 is 2.62 pounds. So that is a little bit heavier, but like I said, this is still lighter than the MagicBook 14 that I reviewed a few weeks ago. That is a 14-inch laptop, and that weighs just over 3 pounds. So you're still saving quite a bit of weight in a larger screen compared to that. So the portability is really the huge factor with this laptop. And it also has a very big 80 watt hour battery that should last you, I think, up to 22 hours. I believe that's what LG is claiming. Probably not going to be that long for continuous usage, but it should still get very good battery life from this. Last year's laptop also got pretty good battery life. It did come at the cost of some performance compared to other processors, other laptops with the same processor. But if you want portability, you're still gonna get enough performance here, and the battery life of the Gram is usually really, really good. But like I was saying, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna be writing a full review by the end of the week, of the next week that is, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.